when it comes to long-term commitment and marriage, what's love got to do with it?
Nothing.
So there's a really good movie that's coming out, and I recommend everyone goes and sees it. So it centers on two friends, next door neighbors, Cam, who is a British-born Pakistani, and Gemma, who is a British English woman who is a filmmaker. Now, Cam decides to allow his parents to set him up on a arranged marriage, and she documents the whole process. So while documenting it, it's clear to see that Cam and Zoe have a real chemistry, but due to cultural differences, the both of them, obviously, they're not going to get it together. So I don't want to ruin it for all of you, but it touches on interracial dating, it touches on the British family, arranged, or should we say assisted marriage, as they call it, and women's fertility. And I think every woman over 30 should see it, and also women under 30 should see it as well. So what I want to know, when it comes to picking partners in the UK, the UK has a 55% divorce rate versus assisted marriages, which is 6% divorce rate. Is it time to stop picking what you like and start picking what makes sense?
100%.
So I'm gonna. Who wants to take that first?
I don't mind. Say the question again.
So when it comes to picking love, so basically assisted marriage, right? It's not arranged marriage.
Yeah.
Assisted marriage is where people look at like basically your family go out there and they know the qualities that you want. It's not based upon what someone looks like. It's not, you know what I mean? So it's compatibility, right?
Based on compatible with me
and
my
there's a
family.
55% divorce rate for when people pick their partners versus 6% divorce rate for assisted marriages, right?
Yeah.
Not arranged. Arranged marriages
It's different.
is a
Yeah,
different
yeah,
thing,
yeah,
right?
it's
So what I'm saying,
Well,
when it comes to picking a partner, like what has love got to do it?
I don't think love has very much to do with it, because love is a choice. So what people deem in society as love isn't actually what love is. That's attachment. It's all the chemicals that are released in your mind that make you trick you into thinking you're in love, so that then you can procreate. And so for me, if the statistics are saying that assisted marriages work better, then like I can't see it being a negative thing. Would I want that for me? Definitely not. Like, because there's so many elements that I need mentally. Like, my family are not in the same space consciously, that's the wrong word, as me. So then they might pick somebody that I'm compatible maybe on paper, but then physicalities and that transfer of
but
energy
in your past,
isn't
when you've picked men and they haven't, that's been your choice. You'll pick them for for anything that you deem the reason. But the relationships have failed for any reasons, right? So, but that's based upon your choices. So that actually represents the 55% of breakups, right? Versus if your family do it and do it based upon what they know, what you need versus what you like, it has a 6% chance of breakup. So what I'm trying to say to you is,
But how many people is that based upon? So like obviously the majority is the 55%, right? So what percent, like it's a very small percentage of people that get assisted marriages. So it's like
in the West.
In the West, yeah. But are we talking? Is this statistic from the West or is it from?
No, it was actually from the West. It was actually from this country.
Okay.
Because it's a British movie. It's a British movie. So and
no, I'm on about the statistic, not the movie.
No, but the statistics taken from the movie, and it's based upon. So it's based upon a British-born Pakistani in this country, and he's been trying to do the
was
whole.
that a cultural thing or based on like every?
No, it's just what the movie's trying to show is that it shows his next door neighbor, who is basically his friend, different cultural things. She's doing Tinder, doing all the dating things, and it's not working. And he's tired of that. And he said, you know what? I'm going to hand it over to my family now and to go for assisted marriages. And then I'm now learning that actually assisted marriages, not arranged marriages, they actually benefit. So what I want to have a conversation is that when it comes to picking your own partner, is it better that you pick your partner or people that know you best?
So my thoughts are...
No, you go first.
Yeah, my thoughts are like... It's case by case. Everyone's different, and it depends on so many variables. Yeah, I personally believe it's a balance, and in the diaspora or the Western world, we're solely looking at aesthetics and superficial things. So that's too far extreme, and it'll be good to look at some functional aspects so you get a bit of balance. But total functional wouldn't work for me, because if you're born and bred here and if you've dated or seen a lot of people, right, you're kind of like subconsciously assessing everyone and comparing everyone. And like it or not, you're going to be corrupted and polluted. Do you know what I'm saying? Whereas say someone who hasn't really dated and is more traditional culturally, and then they get introduced, they ain't got no reference point. So it might work from that point of view. You know what I'm saying? So I know it's not arranged, but people with arranged marriages in older generations that haven't really dated too tough, but then get introduced to someone and that's their first partner.
But with this one, yeah, it's not that. It's the fact that he represents what in the West you have all the options.
Okay.
And it's not working. He's a doctor. I think he's in his early 30s, and he's dated, and now he's saying, look, it's not working. So he's handing it over to his parents to be like, right, you know what's based. So for assisted marriage. So I'm saying we all have the option now to pick any partners that we want. That's the luxury that we have, right? But I always say when women complain about their partners, they're like, oh, is this? But I said, you picked him.
So from personal experience, I've personally thought, you know what? Like typically I get like, say for example, Chris gal that look nice externally, but don't have the internal elements. So I tried to change my own narrative. So what I did was I started separating my wants and needs and prerequisites and preferences, yeah? And then I did that. And I found like people that I would say are more compatible on paper, like the resume, on a functional level. However, I went too extreme with it and there was no chemistry or spark. So my thing is, for me, a balance is good. No one's perfect. Just a bit of that and a bit of that. Yeah. Because sometimes now, someone's all good on paper, but there's no attraction or no chemistry or no spark.
Yeah.
Then when you have an argument or something, there's no adhesive. It's like having every bricks to build a house, but no cement.
I love that.
There's no adhesive.
I love that.
So you see you're building the foundations, like them bricks there, it's easy to knock over.
Yeah.
But if you've got some cement, certain times I might give a girl a blind just because she looks cute and we got chemistry.
Yeah.
So I need a little bit of that so I can give her a blind because otherwise I'm going to be over it.
Yeah.
Well, especially if you don't like them in that moment, you can at least look at them and be like, you know what, I still want to have sex with you.
That's it.
Kush.
I don't like you, but I want to fuck you.
I think it's a mixture of things, like you were saying. It's not just one thing. It depends on the individual. Obviously, a lot of people haven't experienced a lot of interactions in a certain way, so maybe they're more inclined to, you know, accept that offer. They'll be like, yeah, why not have someone pick, you know, a partner for me, because clearly I don't know what I'm doing. Do you know what I mean? Kind of thing. But a lot of people are confident and they'll be like, you know what, I trust my own judgment. Or you just want to see how someone is. So you give people, like you said, the benefit of the doubt. You might oblige them based on little things that you might have told yourself are red flags. Because we've all, like you said, if you've ever told a girl like you picked that guy, whatever not, will be based on the fact that, you know, she's experienced red flags and she might have just given him bliges here and there. And then after all, you know, it hasn't turned out for the best. So I just feel like for myself, love can exist, but like you were saying, I believe love is like something that you create. It can't exist without you making it. You know.
But don't you think if you were stuck on an island with someone else and it was on YouTube, don't you think you would learn to love them?
I could. Yeah, of course, because I would like disregard certain things. Like I would have to tell myself, you know what, this is all I have. Like it's just me and you on the, do you know what I mean? Like it's not like survival. It's not like survival instincts, but it's basically survival instincts.
But also, like, you know,
not
like,
to say that I'd sleep with him or something. I'll just be like, you know what, me and you're gonna start procreating.
I hear you. Shit.
Personally, I might not get there because I'm a bit. I don't know. I've got my own personal tendencies. I just feel like I'm very like stern on, and I'm just like, yeah, maybe I get
on an island.
I know maybe we have fun. Maybe we have fun and we do other things and we explore the island and we create other things.